Hey guys, welcome back. It is so early in the morning and I'm so sleepy, but I had to get this video out, okay? I'm lighting my little sage here. But you know what, guys? Like the holidays are coming up, and I know there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of things that are, out there and on you. And there's a lot that we are all going through, especially if you're like parents or, you know, you own a house or whatever it is, like no matter what your situation is, can apply to this. We must press on, right? We can't let monkey wrenches stop us. We can't allow our negative thought patterns and thought forms and other people as well. We can't allow other people fix this to stop us from doing the things that we're trying to do, right? So, the message today is to press on no matter what you're going through. Just press on because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit me. It's going to benefit everyone, right? So, when you're in that state where you just don't know what to do, this is what I want you to do. I want you to focus on breathing. Just sit there in a meditative state and breathe. This is going to help you actually calm your senses down, calm your bodies down, stop the overactive thoughts, the thought forms and things that are happening. And what I would honestly do is sit and say what is important to me and what isn't important to me. It is okay for you to choose your peace over anything. Okay? Now, if you have children, that's a little bit harder because, we have to actually make sure that they're taken care of and that things are done. So sometimes it can feel overwhelming as a parent to actually try to handle everything and then still take care of them and then still try to make sure yourself is good. But you have to make sure you're giving yourself time and peace somewhere in the mix in order to heal, in order to grow, in order to be the best version of you. Because you have to fight for you. You have to fight for you on all levels, okay? I don't care if it's trouble paying your bills. I don't care if it's like trouble in relationships. I don't care if it's like dealing with people on your job. I don't care if it's in your spiritual life. No matter what it is, you still have to fight for you, okay? You have to understand that the best version of you is yet to come. And even though you're on this journey, things are still shifting. Things are still changing. So even if the pendulum has swung to a side that's not favorable or doesn't feel favorable, make it favorable to you. Okay? Oh man, like I got to see the pendulum swing this way. Now I understand that I know that I'm supposed to be wealthy because I can feel it in my heart. I understand that this is pushing me to literally activate the wealth consciousness in me. I understand this is literally activating me to be the best version of myself, to be the best weight that I want to be, to be the best at whatever it is that I am doing. I understand that, right? So when we're in that state where we actually have to sit down and be like, okay, girl, like what's up? Because as calm as I am now, I am not one of those people who can tolerate BS well, not even with myself. So even if I sit and I try to say, you know what, it's going to be okay, it's going to be like, no, because it's not. Because I need to figure out X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, because that's just how I am. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it just like you guys are working on it. Like life is not always easy. It's not always easy. I wish it was roses and peaches and cream and wealth and abundance for everyone and just jolly. Like, I wish that's what it was, right? But there's so much that we need to do. There is so much that we're working on. There is so much inside of us that we still have left to grow. There is so much that is desired. So, even with that being said, instead of looking at it like the glass is half full or half empty, rather, look at it from the opposite perspective. Like everything isn't going to feel hard, okay, to be a block, okay? And me personally, I don't believe that I have blocks. I believe that I have growing steps, right? Because there are certain things that happen in life that could feel like, why is this energy so stagnant? Like, why I feel like everything I'm doing is not working? Why does it feel like when I'm doing this, it's just not working? Why does it feel like when I'm trying to communicate with people, they're not really understanding? But you have to meet yourself where you are and then decide, get clear and decide what it is that you want at this point in time right now. Like truly meditate on what that means for you. What does it feel like? Do you have everything that is in your control in a space where you can manipulate it and change it and fix it? Or is it something that is out of your control and you just don't know what to do? Because if it's out of your control, the only thing you can do is decide to speak life to it, to speak that energy to it, to say and command what it is that you desire to happen from that situation. It's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to feel good. But at the end of the day, your vibration, your frequency is what matters the most, because it's what's going to block and shield you from a lot of the rockiness that can come in from the outer world, right? Now, they always say that, your reality creates, where your perception creates your reality, right? So if your reality is created by what you're thinking, what you're doing, if I'm focused on wealth and then all heck break loose, what does that mean, right? What does that mean? Number one, it means that you're shifting, and everything has to shift and move and change. So it may not always feel like the greatest thing. It may not always feel like you made the right choice, but stay on the path, okay? Stay there. Fight for you, press on. Because when you press on, things will be tremendously better than you hope for. Things, especially with a positive mindset, things will be exactly what you want it to be. They will change, it will shift, okay? Now, you have to be realistic about what you're expecting from the stuff to happen, right? So, excuse me. If I know I have a certain amount of money in my bank account. Like, say you have $10 in your bank account. When you wake up the next morning expecting $100 million, it's not going to be there because you put no work into it. Okay. Now, what you can do is ask the universe, ask source to give you what it is that you require right now in this moment, so that you are taken care of, so that you are in a space where you are loved, you feel peace, you feel joy, so that you can press on and do whatever it is that your life mission is. Okay. Now, it's easier to say than done, right? It's always easy to tell people like, hey, you just need to stay positive. But how do you do that when it feels so tough, when it feels so hard, right? The only advice that anybody can give you, if they're not the ones in this situation, is for you to be strong. Be strong. Visualize what it is that you want. Do what it is that you know you need to do. But at the end of the day, think about it. Think about it with the highest perception that you can visualize, right? Like, if you want a brand new house, visualize that house being everything you desire. The floors, like, what does that look like? What does it feel like to walk in there? Does your house have like this aroma that makes it feel warm and cozy? Does it smell like pumpkin spice? Does it smell like cologne? Like, what does that bed feel like? What does that thing that you're desiring feel like? What does it feel like to be whatever in whatever career that you're hoping to be in, that you're striving to be in, that you're actively seeking and actually putting forth an effort to do, right? What is that? What is that for you? What does that look like for you? Write it down. Take pictures. Post them up. Like, I have my vision board up here, guys. Like, when I'm looking this way, like, I am literally looking at hundreds of pictures that I have up here of exactly what each room in my new house would be, right? And because I'm doing this, it's so funny because it just seems like every time I'm trying to manifest something huge, it gets rocky, right? Like, it gets rocky before it gets better. It gets rocky before it gets better, okay? So understand that you're not the only ones going through things, guys. I am going through things with you. And as a parent of 5, it is actually rewarding and frustrating at the same time sometimes, right? Because I have preteens and teenagers, and I also have a toddler, and they, it's not always easy. They want to do what they want to do, and they want to believe that they have all the right choices, and they're doing all the right things. But in actuality, at that age, none of us knew what we were really doing. We had thoughts, we had ideas, but they don't really know. But I have good kids, so even though we have our frustrating moments with each other, like, they're still good kids, and I appreciate that and I love that. But when you need yourself, when you need to get yourself, and I like to say get yourself, because you literally have to get yourself in order. You have to get yourself in order. You have to put yourself in check. You have to talk to yourself. You have to encourage yourself. You have to be there. You have to be the one to look in the mirror and say, girl, you got this. You got this. No matter what it is, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, it's all working out in your favor. So never allow the outside things to bring in fear and doubt. And that's a process that needs to be learned. You have to make this strong, like a fortress, right? If it's like a fortress, nothing can penetrate it. Nothing can get through to harm it, to harm the inside that you have fostered, the things that you have cared for, the things, the ideas, the feelings, the love, the peace, the joy. Nothing can block that. Nothing can stop it. You have to decide that you're going to press on. You have to decide that no matter what, that you are going to do exactly what it is that you feel called to do, and that you are divinely guided towards everything that you are meant to have, everything that you are desiring to have. Because if you did not have it already in another lifetime, in another dimension, you wouldn't even know it exists. It wouldn't even matter to you. It wouldn't even matter to you. So this wealth consciousness that everybody is talking about, guess what? Like, it exists. It actually exists. Even if it feels like in this moment it's not there. Even if it feels like in this moment that stuff is rocky, that is hard. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to express wanting to give up in a sense. But you also have to give yourself that one day to allow yourself to soak. And after that, it's time to shift. Get you back in order, back in line, so that you can keep going on your journey. Okay? Now, I'm a big fan of taking breaks when you need to take breaks. Like, if you need to just rest and lay in the bed and watch your favorite anime, I like anime, guys. If you like to watch anime or your Korean shows, I love Korean shows too. I literally would actually lay in the bed, all warm and cozy, have my favorite drink, whatever I want to drink on, snack on, and I would literally lay there and watch TV. I would lay there and watch TV, freeing my thoughts from everything that I no longer want to hold on to. And then every time that thought come up, guess what? I sit and I breathe, blowing it out forcefully. I take my energy and I swipe it down like I'm flicking something off of me, because that's exactly what you want. You want to flick that energy off of you, okay? Imagine it being like goo, just flicking it off of you, right? Now, when you're doing this, after you've done this, feel good about it. Visualize yourself feeling clean. Visualize yourself feeling like you just stepped out a very hot shower that felt so amazing, and you are clean and you are fresh and you feel good. And everything at this point is going to be okay, planning. What am I going to do now? Okay. Well, for one, I'm going to continue to try to maintain what I'm thinking. I'm going to be conscious of what I'm thinking. Number two, I'm going to write down what it is that I want to change. Also, if there's a debt, if there's something you worried about, it's like debt or something, write the amount down. And in like whatever color ink, blue or black ink or something, right? A marker, a black, blue marker, whatever you have. And then take a red pen, a red marker, and stuff over that. Whatever that amount is, whatever that it is that you're trying to change, write in red, canceled, paid, um, growth, whatever it is that you want to transform into. If you want to write all this, and if you just say you just want to put the word broke down, because you feel like, if you feel like you don't have money, if you feel like you could use more money, you can write thankful, more wealth came in today. Thankful, more increase is here. Whatever it is that you desire, in the way that you desire it. Because I'm going to tell you something. When it does not resonate with you, it does not work. If it does not resonate with you, it does not work. Okay. Now, there's going to be times when you feel skeptical about things that you are trying, that you are doing on your journey, on your path. And it's okay for you not to know every step in detail, but understand that you are guided. You are being pushed in a direction that is totally meant for you. And here's the thing, because we always feel like when things aren't going our way, we must have done something wrong. We must be off track. We must have we must supposed to be broke. We must supposed to not have a wealthy life because it hasn't worked out the way you want it to work out. That's not true. Cancel all of that. All those negative thoughts that you may be thinking or feeling, write them down, cancel. Right? Cancel big and red all over it. That's not you. That's not your reality, and that's definitely not source. Source is not lack. Source is not broke. Source is not closed in and confined in a box. Source is not fearful. Source is not traumatic and sickly. Like, it's none of these things, right? Source is expansive and beautiful and a creator and creates infinitely and mentally. And here's the thing, if we're in the mind of the all, why should you be sick? Why should you be broke? Why should you be anything other than what you're desiring to be, especially if you have the divine spark, right? Is literally something that we have to make sure we as a people, as a whole, are understanding. We are none of these things that feels like negative energy or feels blocked or rocky or stagnant. We are not this energy. We are divine source. Okay. We are not the source, but we are a part of the source. And being a part of that divine source, if you can control your vibration, you can help control the things that are happening. Okay. And even though you can't control everything happening around you, you can control you and your internal. And being able to control your internal is highly important when you are trying to make and build the foundation to have everything that you desire. Okay. It has a little bit of work to manifesting. It has a little bit of work to being the best version of you. It has time that needs to be taken to cultivate, like to create, to make whole all of it. It has to come together like a puzzle piece, okay? It has to come together like a puzzle piece. And when it is coming together, you have to know that the things that are happening to you, that you believe are happening to you anyway, are things that are happening for you. Never, ever, ever allow the thoughts that say that this is happening to you, that something negative is happening to you because of you, because you should have, because of whatever the case is. We all have an intuition. And with this intuition, we decide what we're going to do and what we're not going to do. And sometime in that time frame, it doesn't feel easy. It doesn't feel good. But at the end of the day, we have to hold on and press on to everything that we are fighting for, period. We have to believe and be hopeful that everything, without a shadow of a doubt, is working out in our favor, no matter what. It does not matter the circumstances or situation. Yeah, things get tough, things happen, things get hard. We don't feel well sometimes. We feel icky. Like, it's okay. As long as you are striving to continue to be the best version of you, that is going to be the best thing that you can do in any situation. Okay? So I hope this message was helpful to you. If you did like it, leave me a heart emoji, because it's really important that we understand that everything outside of us can feel terrible. If we're being honest, things can get bad. Things can feel like they're bad. But I challenge you to try to remain positive, to speak life, meditate, to visualize. Before you go to bed and when you're waking up, say what it is that you want, what it is that you have, what it is that you're desiring, like you, as if you already have it, okay? Say it as if you already have it. It's already you. You've already changed. Your body is amazing. That house is beautiful. You have enough wealth. You have enough abundance. You are healthy. You are wealthy. Everything is taken care of. It all works out in your favor. Speak it out of your mouth with conviction, okay? As if you just know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what it is. And with that being said, guys, see you next time. Peace.